Hello, my name is John, and today on Mono Story we're going to be talking about, well, you already read the goddamn title. These people are absolute disgraces. Let's get straight into it and find out what it's all about. And if you are one of these people, go jump off a bridge in Minecraft.
Started here. The first canon appearance of Monkey D. Luffy. It's probably $300,000 to $400,000 book.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What we do here is go back.
Oh my god, he's hanging. Bro.
Now, what is a scammer in the anime and manga space? And it is basically somebody who is riding on the coattails of the medium itself, using it for the objective to make money. And this can fall into a variety of categories. Not only are there scammers, but this also includes people who are LARPing, who are using the medium despite not knowing anything about it to make money, and scalpers who are going out there buying physical media of this medium and then jacking up the prices. So us individuals that enjoy and collect these products are now having to pay more money because of these selfish, want to make a lot of money and not care about anybody else scalpers. And anyone who tries to stop them or tell them that they're doing the wrong thing is immediately attacked by these people saying that it's just their job, they're doing the right thing, and whatever your opinion is doesn't matter. Now, the issue I have with these people started with this week's Shonen Jump, Volume 33, released on July 13, 2026. And I, as a person who not only reads Shonen Jump to make content on this channel, but I enjoy the stories in Shonen Jump, and I want to continue on not only supporting it, but want to know what happens next in that specific story. So every Monday when it releases, I go out and I buy it, whether it be from a convenience store, the supermarket, my local bookshop. It depends where I'm at, what location, what time of day. So these factors will change where I go to buy Shonen Jump. However, this week I went out and it was nowhere. No place had it. And this is the first time since I started collecting nearly 2 years ago that they had sold out of anything with Shonen Jump for that week. And to give context why this has happened, it's because the scalpers wanted to buy what was the special card inside each of the volumes. So they would get this 29th anniversary of One Piece, which had a unique cover. Open up, there was a card inside, and they would take this out and they would throw away the magazine. And so I had to go onto Amazon, which is now jacking up the prices up there as well, where it is regularly charging at 300 yen per volume. However, on Amazon, they're charging 3,000 yen. And for context, if you want to understand in dollars, that's $3 regular versus $30 irregular. What an absolute scam and thieves these people are. And what do they do with the manga? They just throw it out. There's pictures of it all over the floor, at the garbage bins. It's absolutely disgusting. And the sad part is for people who enjoyed Blue Box and has read it from the very beginning to this week, which had their last chapter, were unable to get the last chapter. So you wanted to know how it ended? Forget it. You just have to wait now because Shonen Jump need to re-release it, and you've got no choice unless you want to go online and have a digital copy, which is nothing wrong with that, but I'd rather have it physically. But regardless of that, somebody's gone out there, taken all the volumes, and now they have this one set of bunch of cards they're now selling off. They're making probably 1,000, while everyone else is suffering, having to wait for Shueisha to have to re-release this volume of Shonen Jump. So why has this happened in Shonen Jump regarding this One Piece card, and why does everybody want it so they can scalp it? And it starts with Shueisha putting something like this in their manga with the intent of giving back to the people, but actually creating a situation where by taking the magazines with this card, you are creating a scarcity not only for the card but the magazines, meaning that you can prop up the prices because you've created this fake scarcity in which there isn't enough volumes for everyone. Not to mention people like Logan Paul using One Piece manga as a way to make money, showing that if you get the manga in a mint condition, you're going to be making millions because it's a very popular manga, meaning that people have the not only know-how but incentive to go out there and create this scarcity because they know it's going to sell and they know they're going to make money, creating a perfect storm where there is now not enough in circulation so that the prices of these products will go up, meaning that the people that suffer is us everyday individuals that enjoy and are hobbyists for this medium, whether it be manga or anime or merchandising of the figures or their cards. Everything revolving around anime and manga becomes more expensive because of people like this. And not only that, but it is now less available for everyone to enjoy. Now, how are we going to solve this problem and find a solution? And the first thing we need to think about is trying to stop these scammers, scalpers, LARPers making money off of this content. Now, there is some actions in the TCG for Pokemon where in some services they are now requiring potentially ID so that you can purchase and be put into a lottery where you might win some products that are exclusive to that store or that service. However, the issue with that is if multiple people bring their ID and apply, then the winner will still be a part of that scalping ring or system. So it won't really help anybody, and not a normal, genuine person who loves the product and loves the community will be receiving that product. So what we need to do is we need to give the opportunity to obtain this product, but make it where people who genuinely want the product will go through the necessary steps to obtain that product. And my suggestion would be, first, start with a code in the product so they don't have the physical product immediately, making them have to go through certain steps. The next thing would be, with that code, you would need to call a number. So it isn't a mail-in code, it is you need to physically call up a number. Then on that number, you need to make a registration of your ID, and this company will work with the government to do a background check on you to see what you are doing with this product. Are you selling online? Are you working with another individual or company which is scalping products to sell to honest, hardworking individuals? And this can take up to a week, in which then you then call back the individual or you send them an email and say, we have accepted your codes and confirmed that you are a legitimate individual, and we'll be sending you out 1 to 2 cards, as that should be the limit, 2 per person. In case you have a friend or somebody else, you can still get another product, but you are not able to get more than 2. And the incentive of this would be, first, you are limited. So if you buy multiple copies of Shonen Jump, because you've had a background check done on you with your ID, that would tell the system that you are reapplying again. And if you have a connection to another individual, the government or somebody at the company can contact that other individual, asking them how or why they are reapplying, or if they know anything about the application, and then they can somehow, again, it won't be 100% effective, but its efficiency will be very high, in which they can slowly sift out these people, because they'll make it very obvious that they're selling this product, and get them out of the system, meaning that we have enough in circulation for everybody. And the objective of this would be to slow down the purchases of these products and make it a problem for scalpers, in which they have products that have no value or higher value than what they originally were, meaning that they're selling nothing and getting punished for it. Now, the issue you could ask is that, well, what if Shueisha just made more Shonen Jump? And that would be very good for everybody. However, the problem is that if there's more of something, that means that the scalpers will just have more products, and they'll just take it off the shelf like they did with Volume 33 of Shonen Jump. So it won't change anything and just create more landfill and more products to scalp. And our ultimate goal here is to not give them more fuel. We want the scalpers to stop, the scammers to stop, the LARPers to stop, all these people who are ruining this industry to go jump off a bridge in Minecraft.
In this hypothetical situation, I'm still worried about this particular purchase because of what it could possibly do to the culture of buying manga and the whole act of collecting magazines and manga as a hobby, and the different potential toxic cultures that could be birthed as a result of this change.
Scamming has become commonplace in the anime and manga space. People are always talking about things they don't understand, which they have every right to talk about it, but please be informed about what you are talking about so you're not telling people lies and giving them misinformation so they don't understand the medium, the story, or anything to do with that just because you don't like it. And same thing goes for people trying to make money off of anime and manga with the intent of harming others through taking products out of circulation, making them more expensive through a fake scarcity system. Companies have made these products with the intent of being sold at a market value, and you are taking them and making them more expensive for your own personal gain. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, Shueisha has released a statement saying that they are going to stop putting cards from the One Piece TCG in their Shonen Jump volumes, meaning that it will now be unavailable through promotions like this. And this means that there might be a potential opportunity that this situation will never happen again, and tops off to Shueisha because they could have thought, hey, this makes us lots of money. Who cares about the fans? Who cares about the mangaka? Our magazine just made a whole bunch of money and now people have to buy online. Instead, they said, look, this is hurting our manga. Let's take it out and hopefully it will reset the system so that we do not have this same issue where people are complaining that they don't have a volume because these scalpers who are trying to take advantage of people's precious money and time and the manga's ability to sell at such a low price. And let's help out our fans and community by providing the comics that they really want to read. So hats off to you, Shueisha, for doing the right thing. But these scalpers, larpers, scammers need to be stopped, and the only way it can happen is if companies like Shueisha do things like this where they physically stop the selling of certain products to lower the chance of scalping being a reality. And it also will need government intervention, making people that do these actions in the future held liable by physical laws. And that is going to be the best solution to this problem in this current climate. However, that is my thoughts on scammers in anime and manga. I want to hear what you think about them. Are they good people? Yeah, right, I don't think you're going to be saying that. Are they bad people? God damn, yes. But whatever you think, please write that down in the comment section below. My name is John from Mono Story. If you haven't already subscribed, and pressed the bell button, please do so. If you want to watch another video, clip up above. If not, until next time, I will see you on another Mono Story. And scalpers, go home.
Most notably, things like Pokemon cards, which he, I believe, made one of the biggest purchases of and made one of the biggest sells of in Pokemon TCG history, but also has ultimately birthed this incredibly toxic scalping and reselling culture that has permeated the Pokemon TCG community ever since. We don't collect Pokemon cards because we're trying to hopefully one day make a profit off of it. We just want to collect Pokemon cards because we want to relive our childhoods. We want to just enjoy having this collection to look through because we enjoy the franchise.